Welcome, everyone. Today's video isn't just another talk about English. It's the moment we reshape the way you speak it. We're going to correct something no one ever pointed out to you before. And by the end of this video, you will be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, yes, now I can actually speak. Now I finally understand how to train my mouth to talk. So listen closely until the very end. Make sure you subscribe, because this might become the most important turning point in your entire English learning journey. Let me start with a simple question. How many English videos have you watched? How many grammar rules have you memorized? How many hours have you spent quietly listening? But when it's time to speak, your lips lock, your tongue trembles, your voice disappears, and your mind goes completely blank. Not because you're not smart, not because your English is terrible, but because your mouth has never been trained. Yes, that's the hidden truth no one ever told you. You're not learning to move your mouth like an English speaker. You read, you watch, you listen, but you're not training the physical side of speaking. That's why nothing changes. That's why you stay stuck. That's why your confidence collapses the moment you try to speak. Let me make something absolutely clear. English is not only in your brain. It lives in your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your airflow. And if you don't train those parts, you will always feel that something is missing. But today, that ends. This video is different. It's not another boring grammar explanation, not another list of phrases, not another repeat after me exercise. This is a transformation. We will break your fear, wake up your mouth, and build real spoken fluency from the ground up. And no, you don't need perfection. You don't need a fancy accent. You don't need expensive courses. All you need is 5 minutes a day, the right method, and the courage to sound like a beginner long enough to become fluent. This is the video I wish I had years ago. This is the truth your teachers never told you. And this is your moment to stop simply studying English and start speaking it like it belongs to you. So let's begin. Part 1. The shocking truth nobody told you. We start with something powerful. Something that may sting a little, but will finally set you free. Your mouth does not know how to move like an English speaker's mouth. Read that again. Your problem is not grammar, not vocabulary, not memory. It's your mouth. You trained your brain, but you didn't train your speaking muscles. And that's the reason your English sounds slow, broken, hesitant, or unnatural. Because English has its own rhythm, its own shape, its own sound design. It's not only what you say, it's how your mouth creates the sounds. Imagine this. You read 100 books about push-ups. You know everything about the form, the technique, the movement, but you never actually do a single push-up. What happens when you finally try? You collapse, not because you don't understand, but because your muscles are weak. That is exactly what happens when you try to speak English. You know the words, but your mouth was never trained to move fast, smooth, and confidently. Your tongue, your lips, your jaw, they're lazy. They're shaped by your native language. They don't know English speed, stress patterns, or sound flow. And when your mouth is untrained, nothing else matters. Books won't help. Videos won't help. You will always freeze at the moment of speaking. That's why you say, I understand everything, but I can't speak. Because speaking isn't only mental, it's muscular. But here's the good news. You can train your mouth. You can build speaking muscles just like gym muscles. And you don't need hours, just the right technique and daily consistency. Part 2, the 5-minute daily mouth training routine. Let me open this part with a bold promise. If you follow the method I'm about to teach you for just 5 minutes a day, every single day for the next 30 days, your English will physically change. Not only in your thoughts, but in your mouth, your confidence, your conversations, your career, your entire life. Because now we're going to train your mouth the right way, like a muscle, not a memory. You might think, 5 minutes? That's nothing. But here's the truth. It's not about the length of practice. It's about the method. Your goal is not to become fluent overnight. Your goal is to build small, consistent, physical habits that reshape your sounds, reprogram your speaking patterns, and retrain your mouth. You don't need 5 hours. You need 5 focused minutes, done daily, just like brushing your teeth. Never forget this. Reading gives knowledge. Speaking requires movement, and movement requires muscle memory. So let's break down the exact 5-minute routine. Step 1, mouth warm-up 1 minute. Yes, just like in a workout, you must warm up your mouth muscles. Why? Because you spend your entire day speaking in the rhythm of your native language. Before you switch to English, your lips, tongue, jaw, and breath need to change modes. Here's how. A. Lip buzz. Gently vibrate your lips like a motor. Do it for 5 seconds 3 times. B. Tongue stretch. Push your tongue out of your mouth. Then pull it back in. Repeat slowly 10 times. C. Jaw release. Open your mouth wide and close it gently. Repeat 5 times to remove stiffness. D. Smile stretch. Stretch your smile as wide as you can. Hold for 5 seconds. Relax. Repeat twice. Why does this work? It removes tension. It activates and uses muscles. It makes your English smoother and more natural. You don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to move. A warmed-up mouth is a ready mouth. Step 2, the mirror method 1 minute. This is your secret weapon. Your mirror is your coach, your feedback, your confidence trainer. Here's what you do. Stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes. Pick one simple sentence, such as, I am learning to speak confidently. This is my voice. I own it. English is becoming my second language. Say the sentence slowly. Pay attention to your lips, jaw, tongue, and eye contact. Don't rush. Watch yourself. Feel the sound. Repeat the sentence 5 times, each time a little faster. Why does this work? It builds awareness of your sound and expression. It kills your fear of judgment. It strengthens presence and clarity. It gives you control over your voice. At first, it feels uncomfortable. By day 3 to 4, it feels normal. By day 10, you feel powerful. You can't build speaking confidence if you never face yourself. Step 3, shadow speaking, 2 minutes. This is where real fluency training happens. Shadow speaking means listening to a sentence and instantly repeating it out loud, matching speed, tone, rhythm, and emotion. How to do it. Choose a short 5 to 10-second audio clip, a YouTube video, a movie line, a TED Talk, or your own recording. Listen once, then repeat it exactly. Same rhythm, same tone, same pace. Example, audio, I don't think that's a good idea. You say, I don't think that's a good idea. Not your own version, not slower, not more careful. Just copy the original flow. Repeat again and again. Mistakes don't matter, movement does. Why it works. Trains real-time speaking reaction. Builds natural rhythm. Synchronizes your ears, mouth, and brain. Makes you smoother and more native-like. This is how babies learn. They hear, they copy, they repeat, and they become fluent. Step 4, the fluency loop 1 minute. This is a final drill. You repeat one sentence in 3 different speeds. Slow, normal, fast. Example sentence. I'm going to improve my English. Slow. I am going to improve my English. Focus on clear sounds. Normal. I'm going to improve my English. Smooth and steady. Fast. I'm going to improve my English. Confident and connected. Repeat this loop 3 times. Choose 3 to 5 sentences per day. Keep the same sentences for a few days until they feel easy. Your brain will eventually say, this is automatic now. What's next? Part 3. Speak like a native, sound clusters and flow. Let me start with a hard but important truth. Most English learners don't sound fluent even when their grammar is perfect. Why? Because they speak like a machine. They separate every word. They pronounce each sound one by one. They speak English using the rhythm of their native language, slow, flat, choppy. But native speakers do something completely different. They create clusters of sound, small groups of words blended together like music. They don't speak in individual words. They speak in connected units that flow naturally. This is what creates sound clusters, linking, natural rhythm, musicality in speech. And once you learn this, even if you make small grammar mistakes, you will still sound fluent, confident, and natural. Most learners are taught to speak like this. I am going to the market. But native speakers say, I'm going to go to the market. One smooth cluster, connected, flowing. Think of it like playing music. You don't hit one note, stop, then another note, stop. You play phrases. You create a melody. English is exactly the same. So from now on, stop asking, what word should I say? And start asking, how do I say this as one smooth sound? That is where fluency is born, not in vocabulary lists, but in flow. What is a sound cluster? A sound cluster is a group of 3 to 6 words spoken as one continuous breath with no pauses. Examples. 1. What are you doing? Learners say, what are you doing? Broken, slow. But native speakers say, what you doing? It becomes one cluster. Breakdown. What you doing? Final version. What you doing? Practice it right now 5 times in one breath. 2. Did you eat? Learners separate the words. Native speakers blend it into almost a single sound. Did ya eat? Did you? Did ya? Eat stays the same. And the whole thing sounds like one word. That's real spoken English. 3. I don't know. Learners say, I do not know. Or slow, I don't know. But fluent speakers say it like, I know. You'll hear this in real conversations all the time. Not perfect grammar, perfect flow. Because fluency is not perfection. It's smoothness, comfort, and natural rhythm. And don't worry if you don't have an American or British accent. You don't need one. You only need clusters, flow, rhythm. When you speak choppy, people notice. When you speak smoothly, even with an accent, people think your English is excellent. Flow is more important than accent. Daily sound cluster training. Now, let me give you a powerful routine that will transform your speech rhythm. Step 1. Pick 3 clusters a day. Choose 3 everyday sound clusters like, gonna go now. Want to see it? Let me know. Write them down. Step 2. Say them like a song. Don't speak them like words. Speak them like a tiny melody, like a rhythmic phrase. Example, let me know. Say it like a short beat. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Repeat 10 times like a simple rap rhythm. Why does this work? Because rhythm creates memory. Your mouth starts feeling the natural English flow. Step 3. Use it in a real sentence. Cluster. Gonna go now. Sentence. I'm gonna go now. See you later. Say the whole sentence as one long breath. I'm gonna go now. See you later. Repeat it 5 times. Step 4. Record yourself. This step is non-negotiable. Record yourself saying 3 clusters, 3 sentences using them. Then listen. You will hear improvement. It might sound strange at first, but by day 3 you'll notice change. By day 7 you'll sound different. Step 5. Use background music. Put on a soft instrumental beat. Speak your clusters following the rhythm. This improves breath control, confidence, speaking flow. English is not a language of pauses. It's a language of flowing sound. Let your voice move. 5 secret fluent clusters you should practice. Say these like one sound. Why do you think? What do you think? Let me help you. Give me a minute. Gotta go. Wanna do it. Repeat daily until they feel natural. Don't force any accent. Don't imitate someone else. Just feel the rhythm and own your voice. Because fluency isn't about big fancy words. It's about small words delivered smoothly. Master these clusters and you'll never speak robotically again. Part 4. Train your brain and mouth together. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Most English learners train only one part of the system, the mouth. They try to pronounce words, copy native speakers, repeat sentences. But inside their mind there is noise, fear, judgment, overthinking, doubt. And that inner chaos is what makes your voice break when you try to speak. Here's the truth you need to hear. Your mouth cannot say what your brain is afraid to express. You can memorize 1,000 phrases. You can practice pronunciation for hours. But if your mind still whispers, what if I sound stupid? What if I make a mistake? What if they laugh at me? Your voice will disappear. Your fluency will collapse before the words even leave your lips. So in this part, I'll show you how to train your brain and your mouth together, so your English becomes natural, confident, fearless. Think of your brain as the pilot and your mouth as the airplane. If the pilot is anxious or unprepared, the plane will not fly smoothly, no matter how wrong the engine is. That's exactly what happens when you train pronunciation, but ignore your mindset. So how do we fix it? We reprogram your thoughts, emotions, reactions, and confidence. Step by step. Step 1. Speak with emotion, not just accuracy. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is obsessing over correctness. They panic about grammar. Is this the right tense? Is that the right structure? But here's the truth. People don't remember your grammar. They remember your energy, your emotion, your presence, your voice. English is not a cold, mechanical code. It's an emotional, expressive language. You must train your brain to feel the sentence, not just say it. Don't say, I'm happy to be here, like a textbook robot. Say it with real emotion. I'm happy to be here. Smile. Feel it. Mean it. Repeat this out loud right now. English is not just words. It's emotion expressed through sound. Step 2. Practice like an actor, not a student. One of the most powerful methods used by fast learners is acting. Actors don't repeat lines like students. They live inside the words. Try this. Choose one short sentence. Examples. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I can't believe this happened. It's going to be a great day. Now say the sentence with 3 different emotions. Excited, angry, nervous. Feel how your voice changes. Notice how your body moves. See how it transforms your confidence. When you act, you stop overthinking. You stop translating. You step into the moment. This is fluency, emotion over fear. Stop being the quiet student. Start being the expressive speaker. Step 3. Build mental shortcuts for automatic fluency. Here's a brain trick most learners never learn. Your brain loves shortcuts. But what most people do is the exact opposite. They think in their native language, then translate into English, then speak. And by that time, it's too late. The mind freezes. To speak fluently, your brain must react instantly. So we use the technique called "this means that." We train your brain to connect English phrases directly with meaning, not with a translation. Example, let's catch up some time. Brain connects friendly invitation, casual meetup. I'm starving. Brain connects very hungry, need food now. No translation, just understanding. This creates fluency triggers, fast reactions that replace slow thinking. Use sticky notes, flashcards, or video scenes. Next to each English phrase, write its real-life meaning, not its translation. You're not building vocabulary. You're building instant reactions. Step 4, use your whole body. If you want to supercharge the brain-mouth connection, use your body while you speak. Stand up, move your hands, change your posture, look in the mirror, speak with your full physical energy. Why? Because when your body moves, your brain remembers more. Your voice becomes louder. Your speech becomes clearer. Your confidence rises naturally. You're not just practicing English. You are practicing presence. Step 5, the daily brain plus mouth routine, 5 minutes. Here's what you do every day. 1 minute. Say 3 sentences with strong emotion. Happy, angry, excited. 1 minute. Perform each sentence like a scene in a movie. 1 minute. Walk around the room while repeating the lines. 1 minute. Say them in the mirror with full presence. 1 minute. Record yourself and listen. Focus on energy, not mistakes. This isn't grammar practice. This is mind rewiring. Train your mind and mouth together, and you won't feel like a shy actor pretending to know English. You'll feel like a person who owns a language. Because fluency is not just about words. It's about identity, expression, courage. Say it with me. I speak with feeling. I speak with truth. I speak with power. Part 5. Repeat, 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 but do it smartly. Let me begin with a warning. If you repeat the wrong way, you can practice for years and stay stuck. But if you repeat the right way, you can build lifelong fluency faster than you ever imagined. Repetition isn't about mindlessly echoing words like a parrot. Real repetition is a skill, a science used by top speakers, actors, leaders, and yes, fluent English learners. In this part, I'll give you the complete system for repeating in a way that builds fluency like a rocket taking off. The problem with how most people repeat. Most learners do this. They take a simple sentence like, I am going to the market, and then they repeat it flat, lifeless, robotic. I am going to the market. I am going to the market. I am going to the market. Over and over again. No emotion, no flow, no progress. What happens? Their mouth gets tired. Their brain gets bored. Their motivation drops. Their fluency does not improve. Because repetition isn't about quantity. It's about quality. Let me show you the right way. Why do we repeat? We don't repeat to memorize. We repeat to build. Mouth memory, reaction speed, natural sound flow, emotional expression, confidence under pressure. Repetition isn't about saying the sentence again. It's about saying it a little better each time. So here's the 5-stage system I call. Speak like a human, not a machine method. Each stage adds a new layer to your fluency. Stage 1, slow clarity repetition. Take 1 sentence. Example, I don't know what to say. Say it painfully slow, focusing on every sound. I don't know what to say. Stretch the vowels. Feel your tongue move. Shape each word clearly. Repeat 3 times. Why it works. This trains your tongue, lips, and jaw to perform the correct movements, just like lifting a light weight slowly at the gym. Perfect for muscle building. Stage 2, flow repetition. Now say the same sentence smoothly, in one connected line. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Focus on linking rhythm and breath. Why it works. This mimics real conversation speed and trains natural fluency. Stage 3, emotion repetition. Now express the sentence with different emotions. Sad. I don't know what to say. Soft, slow, emotional. Angry. I don't know what to say. Strong, sharp, intense. Confused. I don't know what to say. Upward tone. Questioning. Do 3 repetitions for each emotion. Why it works. Emotion activates your brain. It helps you own the sentence instead of mechanically repeating it. Stage 4, pressure repetition, fast. Now push the speed. Say the sentence fast but controlled. Challenge yourself. Stretch your limits. Focus on keeping clarity while going quicker. Why it works. You train your brain to react instantly, just like in real conversations where you don't have time to think. Stage 5, real-life context repetition. Now, use a sentence in 3 different situations. Job interview. I don't know what to say, but thank you for the opportunity. Romantic moment. You're so sweet. I don't know what to say. Embarrassing situation. Well, that was awkward. I don't know what to say. Why it works. It teaches your brain to access the sentence emotionally, socially, naturally, not in a textbook way. Now that one sentence becomes part of how you actually speak in real conversations. Your daily repetition plan, 5 minutes. 1 minute. Slow repetition, stage 1, 3 times. 1 minute. Flow repetition, stage 2, 5 times. 1 minute. Emotion practice, stage 3, 3 emotions. 1 minute. Fast repetition, stage 4, 5 fast reps. 1 minute. Real life examples, stage 5, 3 situations. Only 1 sentence per day is enough if you do all 5 stages, because you're not just repeating, you're building layers. Fluency, memory, muscle, reaction, emotion, confidence. You're not just saying the line, you're living it. That is how real fluency is built. Choose powerful sentences. Don't pick boring textbook lines. Choose phrases that feel meaningful and emotional. Examples. I'm proud of how far I've come. This is only the beginning. I will speak fluently no matter what. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to stay silent. English is not my weakness. It's my future. These phrases build not only fluency, but identity. Part 6, the final truth. If you don't train, you stay silent. Let's pause everything for a moment. Close your grammar book. Forget the accent. Ignore the rules. Just listen. Because this part isn't about learning more. It's about finally doing what you already know. Here's the truth, honest and simple. You are not bad at English. You are simply not practicing the right way. Consistently. Let me repeat that with complete honesty. You don't need another lesson. You don't need more tips. You don't need another teacher. You need repetition, rhythm, real practice, daily training. And if you don't do it, you will stay stuck quietly, painfully, for years. There are millions of learners around the world who understand English perfectly. They watch English shows every day. Know more grammar than native speakers. Memorize hundreds of rules and still cannot speak. They struggle to introduce themselves. They can't express their emotions. They can't share their ideas. Their voice disappears in every conversation. Why? Because they consume English instead of training English. They learn passively instead of practicing actively. The result? A lifetime of silence. They go to job interviews and freeze. They meet foreigners and only smile. They feel something inside but can't express it. And all of this happens because they never train their mouth to speak. That's the painful truth. Not lack of intelligence. Not lack of motivation. Not lack of resources. Just lack of training. Your dreams and your habits are not aligned. And that's what hurts the most. 2 types of learners. Let me show you the difference. 1. The passive learner. Watches English YouTube for hours. Takes notes from 5 grammar channels. follows 10 Instagram pages about English, buys 2 vocabulary books, practices 0, 2, the fluent speaker, watches 10 minutes, chooses 1 sentence, repeats it in 5 different ways, trains voice, mouth, and rhythm, uses a mirror daily, records themselves. That's it. One collects information. The other transforms themselves. One wants knowledge. The other wants fluency. Which one are you? You already know what to do. You're just not doing it. You already know you should speak out loud. Practice every day. Train your mouth. Use emotion. Shadow native speakers. Stand in front of a mirror. Record your voice. Get uncomfortable, but you're not doing it. Why? Because you're waiting for permission. Because you're scared of sounding wrong. Because you imagine someone laughing. Because you fear embarrassment. And this fear is destroying your progress. This fear is stealing your future. How many opportunities have you lost? Think about it. How many chances slipped away because you didn't speak? The job you didn't get. The friend you couldn't make. The idea you didn't share. The dream you didn't follow. The version of yourself you're still not living. All because of one reason. You didn't train. You cannot change your past, but you can change the next 30 days. You can speak your first sentence today. You can train your mouth tomorrow. You can shadow 1 video this week. You can grow your fluency step by step. And by the end of the month, you will feel your voice becoming stronger, your fear shrinking, your confidence rising. All because you did what others never do. You trained, even when it felt weird, even when you felt slow, even when no one was watching, even when you wanted to quit. You kept going. That's where fluency is born. Fluency is not a moment. It's a decision. Fluency is not a talent. It's not motivation. It's not luck. It is a decision to train your mouth every day, regardless of how you feel. Fluency is built in the mirror, in your room, in the morning silence, in late-night practice, in the small repetitions nobody sees. One day, people will hear you speak and say, "Wow, your English is amazing. You're so fluent." But they won't know the truth. They won't see the 5-minute drills, the shadow sessions, the mirror practice, the awkward recordings, the quiet mornings and late nights. But you will know you earned it. If you don't train, you stay silent. This is not a threat. It's a fact. You've already spent enough time being quiet. Now it's time to speak. It's time to train. It's time to become yourself. In English, say it right now out loud. I will not stay silent anymore. I will not wait. I will not fear mistakes. I will train my mouth every day. I will speak English no matter what. This voice belongs to you. This language belongs to you. This future belongs to you. Claim it. Part 7. The turning point. Your choice begins now. Let's bring everything together. You've heard the methods. You've seen the exercises. You've felt the truth behind them. But now none of this is about me. It's not about the video. It's not about the instructions. From this point forward, everything depends on you. Because right now, at this moment, you stand in front of 2 different paths. Path 1, the old you close the video. You go back to watching more lessons. You collect more grammar rules. You say, "I'll practice someday." You stay quiet. You keep understanding English, but not speaking it. This is a path of silence. Path 2, the new you walk to the mirror. You stand tall. You look yourself in the eyes, and you say, "I will speak English with strength. I will train my mouth, my mind, and my voice every day. I am not afraid anymore. I am not a beginner anymore. I am becoming fluent because I'm speaking, not just watching." That is how transformation begins. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the perfect moment arrives. Fluency starts right now because your mouth is ready. Your voice is ready. Your story is ready. Don't let fear control your voice. Fear has been running your speaking life for too long. Fear of mistakes. Fear of looking silly. Fear of being judged. Fear of sounding imperfect. But here's the truth that will free you. Nobody becomes fluent without sounding imperfect first. Every fluent speaker you admire, every YouTuber, every teacher, every native speaker went through the same awkward phase. The only difference? They kept talking. They kept repeating. They kept training. Even when it felt uncomfortable. Fluency belongs to the ones who refuse to stay silent. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. You already know this. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need a perfect sentence. You don't need perfect grammar. You need daily practice, simple routines, sound training, emotional expression, courage, repetition, flow. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to speak. Fluency is not a performance. Fluency is a habit. Your voice matters. Use it. Every time you open your mouth, you are not just practicing English. You are building a new identity, a new confidence, a new future. English is not just a language on paper. It's a voice. It's a tool. It's a bridge to a bigger world. And that world opens only when you speak. So don't hide. Don't whisper. Don't doubt. This is your moment to step forward. One sentence to anchor your new journey. Say this out loud. Right now, I will train my mouth every day, no matter what. Because the most fluent people in the world aren't the smartest. They're the people who refuse to shut up. They're the people who practice when others only watched. They're the people who repeated when others hesitated. Fluency is earned, not given. And you're ready to earn it. Part 8. The invisible work behind fluency. Let's dig deeper into something most learners never understand. Fluency grows in private long before it appears in public. People will one day hear you speak and say, "Wow, your English is amazing." But they will have no idea what happened behind the scenes. They won't see the 5-minute practices you did every morning. They won't notice the shadowing sessions you repeated until your mouth felt tired. They won't hear the recordings you made of yourself, even when you hated your own voice. They won't know how many times you stood in front of the mirror telling yourself, "I can do this." All of that invisible effort is what creates the visible result. Fluency doesn't come from magic. It comes from quiet training, from the moments no one else pays attention to. Your growth happens when no one is watching. Real fluency forms in the early mornings when your house is silent, the late nights when everyone is asleep, the walks you take while repeating your phrases, the small drills you do in front of the mirror, the voice notes you record again and again, the mistakes you make and correct privately, the uncomfortable moments you push through. These are the moments that shape your new voice. Most people never see them, but you will feel the results. The day your fluency becomes visible, something magical happens after weeks of training. You join a conversation and suddenly the words flow. You don't translate. You don't freeze. You don't panic. Your mouth moves automatically. Your brain reacts instantly. Your voice sounds stronger, smoother, more natural. And the people around you say, "Your English just improved. What did you do?" But they don't understand. They don't know about the daily mouth warm-ups, the shadow speaking, the sound clusters, the fluency loops, the emotional practice, the repetition system, the mindset training. They only see the final result, your fluent voice. You will know that fluency didn't happen suddenly. It was built from the inside out. If you don't train, nothing changes. Let me be brutally honest. If you don't train your mouth, if you don't repeat out loud, if you don't shadow real speech, if you don't practice daily, your fluency will not grow. You can watch 1,000 videos. You can read 50 books. You can memorize grammar charts. But if your mouth doesn't move, your English doesn't improve. That is the truth. Not because you lack talent, not because you lack intelligence, but because fluency is a physical skill, a skill that requires movement, sound, and repetition. If you avoid that training, you stay in the same place. If you commit to it, you rise faster than you ever thought possible. The only person who can change your English is you. No teacher can do this for you. No textbook can replace your voice. No app can train your mouth muscles. Only you can do the work. Only you can decide to speak out loud. Only you can push through the awkward phase. Only you can repeat until the sound becomes automatic. Only you can build the courage to keep going. And the good news? You are capable of so much more than you think. Say it again out loud. Repeat this right now. Fluency is not luck. Fluency is not talent. Fluency is training. Say it until you believe it, because the moment you truly understand this, your entire English journey transforms. Part 9. Your future English depends on today's habit. Let's talk honestly about the next phase of your journey. Everything you want, speaking confidently, expressing your ideas clearly, connecting with people, getting better opportunities. All of that depends on what you decide to do today, not someday. Fluency is not built by waiting. Fluency is built through daily action. Every day you train, even a little, you create momentum. Every day you skip, you lose it. The future version of you, the fluent you, is being built with every repetition you choose to make right now. Consistency beats motivation every time. You don't need to feel inspired. You don't need to wake up excited. You don't need the perfect environment. You need one thing: consistency. 5 minutes. Every day. No excuses. Because your brain changes with repetition. Your mouth adapts with repetition. Your fluency grows with repetition. Motivation gives you a start. Consistency creates transformation. You're closer than you think. Many learners don't realize how close they are to real fluency. They think it's years away. They imagine it's too hard, too big, too impossible. But the truth is, you're only 30 days of daily practice away from a completely different voice. Imagine speaking without hesitation. Imagine joining conversations without fear. Imagine expressing your feelings freely. Imagine hearing yourself sound like a fluent speaker. It's not a dream. It's a skill, and skills are built through training. Discomfort is not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're growing. When you feel awkward repeating phrases, when your voice sounds strange to you, when your mouth gets tired, when you make mistakes, when you feel embarrassed, good. That means you're breaking old habits. That means your mouth is learning new movements. That means your brain is building new reflexes. That means you're entering the fluency zone. Discomfort is not the enemy. Discomfort is a teacher. Your voice will change only if you use it. You can't expect fluency if you don't speak. You can't expect confidence if you avoid practice. You can't expect improvement if you stay silent. Your voice grows through repetition, emotion, physical practice, shadowing, daily speaking, real engagement, courage. Fluency doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence. Keep speaking, even when you feel unsure. Keep repeating, even when you get tired. Keep practicing, even when it feels slow. Your future self will thank you. You are creating a new version of yourself. Every time you speak English out loud, you are not only practicing a language, you are building a stronger, more confident version of yourself. You're training your courage. You're shaping your identity. You're rewriting the story you tell yourself. This is bigger than English. This is personal transformation. You are becoming someone who speaks up, who expresses themselves, who won't let fear control their life. And it all begins with one tiny daily habit: moving your mouth, using your voice, showing up. Say this now. Repeat it clearly with your chest. I choose fluency. I choose practice. I choose my future. Because your fluency is not far away. It's one decision away. Part 10, your fluency begins where fear ends. We've reached the final moment of this journey. Not the end, the beginning. You've learned the techniques. You've seen the system. You understand the truth about training your mouth, your mind, and your voice. But now everything depends on one thing. What will you do next? Because right now, you stand at a crossroads. Two paths, two futures, two versions of yourself. Path 1, staying the same. You close this guide. You go back to watching videos without speaking. You keep learning passively. You keep gathering information. You keep improving silently. But you never actually use your voice. And your fluency stays locked inside your head. This is the path of hesitation, the path of fear, the path of waiting. And nothing changes. Path 2, becoming fluent. You stand in front of the mirror. You lift your chin. You look at yourself, truly look, and you declare, I will speak English with confidence. I will train my mouth, my mind, and my voice every single day. I am done being afraid. I am done waiting. I am stepping into fluency right now. This is the path of action, the path of courage, the path of transformation. It begins today, not someday. Your voice is waiting to be used. Your mouth is ready. Your brain is ready. Your story is ready. Don't let fear steal the opportunities waiting for you. Don't let doubt silence your voice. Don't let perfection stop your progress. You don't need to sound native. You don't need to sound flawless. You only need to sound real, brave, and consistent. This is your language now. This is your voice now. This is your time now. The sentence that changes everything. Before we finish, speak this out loud, with full power, not with whispering. I will train my mouth every day, no matter what. Say it again. I will train my mouth every day, no matter what. Say it until you feel it. Because the most fluent speakers in the world aren't the smartest, or the most talented, or the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to stay silent. Your fluency is a promise to yourself. You are making a commitment right now to practice, to speak, to train, to show up, to keep going even when it feels uncomfortable. The world will only hear the final result, but you will know the truth behind it. You will know the early mornings, the mirror sessions, the shadowing drills, the emotional practice, the repetition, the courage it took. You will know that you created this voice from nothing, that you built your fluency with your own effort. And one day, when someone says, "Your English is amazing," you will smile because you'll know you earned it. This is not the end. This is your beginning. Your fluency begins the moment your fear ends. Speak, train, repeat, grow, become. You are no longer the silent learner. You are the person who takes action. You are the person who speaks out loud. You are the person who becomes fluent. This is your new chapter. And your voice is finally free.